dudes, welcome to the DC Top 10. Sorry now if I'm sniffling a lot this week, but I'm coming down with a cold. Fuck it. Right, well, yeah, back to the show. Number 4 this week is Bioware's epic action RPG Mass Effect. Now, for the purposes of making this quick, I'll only tell my personal path through Mass Effect. Set in 2183, mankind has only recently made contact with the rest of the galactic universe. The game begins on the SSV Normandy, an experimental human ship. After receiving a distress beacon from a nearby colony of Eden Prime, Commander Shepard, along with Kaidnalenko, land and meet with Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams, who reveals that the colony is under attack by the Gate, which is a sentient robotic race which were attacking in a bid to capture an ancient beacon left by long extinct Proteans. Leading the attack is a Turian Spectre named Saren. Now, Spectres are an elite organisation of military operatives. After the battle, Shepard receives a vision. After the battle, Shepard touches off the beacon and receives a vision of destruction. Returning to the Galactic Council on the Citadel, Shepard attempts to prove Saren's guilt. With help from a Turian security officer, Gareth Vakarian, a Krogan mercenary named Ordnot Rex, and a Quarian mechanic named Tali Zoran Araya, they eventually prove it. Shepard is made the first human Spectre and sent to stop Saren. Shepard first seeks help from an Asari researcher, Liard Seany, who also happens to be the daughter of Saren's second in command, Benezia. During Shepard's trek through the galaxy, he frees Arachnoid Queen from imprisonment, kills Benezia, and learns of Saren's true intent. He intends to pave the way for an ancient race known as the Reapers, whose single goal is to wipe out all galactic life. They've been doing so for well, God knows how long. His flagship is actually a Reaper named Sovereign. Now, tracking him down to Vormire, Shepard finds a breeding centre for Krogans and plans to destroy it using a nuke. Rex is understandably pissed off about this, but Shepard manages to calm him down. However, to ensure that the nuke goes off, Kaiden is forced to be left behind. Eventually returning to the Citadel, Shepard and his team defeat Saren and the Human Alliance destroys Sovereign and saves the Council. Soon after, they are offered a place on the Council, which Shepard chooses that his superior Captain Anderson takes. At the beginning of Mass Effect 2, the Normandy is destroyed and Shepard is killed. After being revived by the secret human group known as Cerberus, Shepard is tasked with stopping the Collectors, who harvest humans and are under the control of another Reaper known as Harbinger. First, he must recruit the elite fighters in the galaxy. Now, first the Cerberus members Jacob Taylor and Miranda Lawson. And there's Salarian scientist Morden Solus, Convict Jack, and Krogan Grunt. Making a return is Garrus, now a vigilante. Receiving intel that another human colony is under attack, Shepard springs into action and manages to push back the Collector advance. Shepard continues to add more squad mates, including a returning visit from Tali, Asari Justicar Samara, and Drell assassin Thane Krios. Finding a derelict Reaper, the squad encounters a Geth named Legion who wishes to help their cause. While earning the loyalty of his squad, the Normandy is yet again attacked and its crew captured. Following the Collectors through the Omega-4 relay to their base, he succeeds in rescuing his crew and destroying the base. Now, Mass Effect 3 will end the trilogy with Shepard recruiting the galaxy's forces in an attempt to save Earth from the Reaper threat. We'll see how that goes now. I think it's sometime in February it's coming out. The reason it gets number 4 is rather simple. The story has got it all. Aside from the number of side missions in the game, the main storyline is enough to keep any sci-fi fan on the edge of his seat. Battles of epic proportions and choices that can be carried through each game make this a must-have in any gamer's collection. The different races in this series, along with their backstories, are amazing. Every technology, war and race is given detail, meaning that no holes are left in the logic of the story, instead of some forced jargon we see. Not to mention that Shepard can be an evil bastard or screw everything he sees in a 500 light year radius around himself. In-depth characters and relationships mixed in with some light humour and a shitload of action, plus some good old-fashioned sex scenes, and you've got a blockbuster. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Kevin now, and I'll see you next week for number 3. Good luck.
Because we allow it. everyone, YouTube world. Welcome to another episode of DC Top 10 Films. This week is number 4. We take a look into the 1999 science fiction action film The Matrix. The Matrix begins with computer programmer Thomas A. Anderson, played by Keanu Reeves, who is secretly a hacker known by the alias Neo, which is actually one spelled backwards. He is restless and driven to learn the meaning of the cryptic references to the Matrix appearing on his computer. An infamous female hacker named Trinity, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, confronts the man named Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, knows the answers he seeks. However, 3 sinister agents, led by Agent Smith, played by Hugo Weaving, arrest Neo and attempt to discourage him from having any contact with Morpheus. On the 3rd, Neo attends a secret meeting with Morpheus, who offers him a choice of 2 pills. A blue pill, not the one you're thinking of, that will allow him to go back to his and continue his ordinary life, and a red pill that will allow him to learn the truth about the Matrix. Neo swallows the red pill and abruptly finds himself in a liquid-filled pot, his body connected by tubes and cables to a vast mechanical tower covered with identical pods. The connections are severed and he is rescued by Morpheus and taken aboard his ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. Neo's physical body is restored and Morpheus explains the situation to him. Morpheus tells Neo that it is not actually 1999 but more closer to the year 2199, and that humanity is fighting a war against intelligent machines created in the early 21st century. The sky is covered by thick black clouds created by humans in an attempt to cut off the machine's supply of solar power. The machines respond by using human beings as their energy source in conjunction with nuclear fusion, later growing countless people in pods and harvesting them for their biological energy and body heat. The world in which Neo grew up is actually the Matrix, a simulated reality of the world set in 1999, developed by the machines in order to keep the human captives docile. Morpheus and his crew belong to a group of a group of free humans who unplug others from the Matrix and recruit them to their resistance against the machines. They are able to use their understanding of the Matrix, the Matrix's nature, to bend the simulation laws of physics, giving them superhuman abilities within the virtual world. Morpheus believes that Neo is the One. Like I said, Neo is one spelled backwards. A man prophesies to end the war through his limitless control over the Matrix. Neo is trained in a number of, Neo is trained as a member of the rebellion. A socket is inserted into Neo's skull, formerly used by the machines to connect him to the Matrix. But this allows him to allows knowledge to be uploaded directly into his mind. In this way, he is able to quickly learn numerous martial arts styles and impresses his crew with his speed when he's sparring against Morpheus. Further training introduces Neo to the key dangers within the Matrix itself. He learns that fatal injuries suffered while within the Matrix simulation also kill the one's physical body in the real world. He is warned that the agents he previously met are powerful sentient computer programs with the ability to possess any virtual bodies of anyone still directly connected to the Matrix, whose purpose is to seek out and eliminate any threats to the simulation. Morpheus is confident that once Neo fully understands his own abilities as the One, the agents will be no match for him. The group enters the Matrix and takes Neo to meet the Oracle, a woman who has prophesied the eventual emergence of the One. From her comments, Neo infers that he is actually not the One. The Oracle adds that Morpheus believes so blindly in Neo that he will sacrifice his own life to save him. Returning to the hacked telephone line, which serves as a safe exit from the Matrix, the group is surrounded by agents and SWAT team. One of the members of the group, Mouse, is killed in the initial ambush. Morpheus stays behind to delay the agents, allowing Neo and the others to escape. They learn that they have been betrayed by their fellow crew member Cypher, who preferred his own life within the Matrix over the real world he now lives in, and who made a deal with the machines to have himself reinserted into the Matrix in exchange for giving them Morpheus. Cypher is killed, but his betrayal leads to the deaths of all crew members except Neo and Trinity, Tank and Morpheus. Morpheus is held in a government building within the Matrix. The agents try to coerce him into revealing the access codes to the mainframe of Xeon, the human subterranean refuge in the real world. Neo and Trinity storm the building to rescue their leader. Neo becomes more confident in his ability to manipulate the Matrix, ultimately dodging bullets that are fired at him. Escaping to a subway station, Morpheus and Trinity use a payphone to exit the Matrix, but before Neo can leave, he is ambushed by Agent Smith, who stands his ground and eventually causes Smith to get hit by a train. But as he's fleeing, but when he flees, the agent possesses another body. As Neo runs through the city toward another telephone exit, he is pursued by the agents while sentinel machines that look like giant metal octopuses, or octopi, converge on the Nebuchadnezzar in the real world. Neo reaches the exit, but Agent Smith is already there and shoots him repeatedly, killing him. In the real world, Trinity whispers to Neo that what the Oracle had told her, that she would fall in love with the One. She refused to accept his death and kisses him. Neo's heart beats again, and within the Matrix he revives. The agents shoot at him, but he raises his palm and stops the bullets in mid-air. Neo is now able to perceive the streaming lines of green computer code that constitute the Matrix. Agent Smith makes a final attempt to kill him, but his punches are effortlessly blocked and Neo destroys him. The other two agents flee, cowards, and Neo returns to the real world in time for the ship's EMP weapon to destroy the Sentinels that have already breached the craft's hull. A short epilogue shows Neo back in the Matrix making a telephone call promising that he will demonstrate to the people imprisoned in the Matrix that anything is possible. He hangs up the phone and then flies away into the sky. Why the Matrix makes it into my top 10? The Matrix grossed over $400 million in the worldwide box office. This success left the two sequels, Reloaded and Revolutions. In 1999 it won Saturn Awards for Best Science Fiction Film and Best Direction. Several factors contributed to this success. The main ones have to be the cinematography and visual effects. The film is known for popularising the use of the cinematography technique known as bullet time, first used in the film adaptation of the Marvel comic Blade, which allows the viewer to explore a moment progressing in slow motion as the camera appears to orbit around the scene at normal speed. This technique has been parodied in so many films since then, with even direct references to the Matrix itself. This, combined with the choreography of the fight scenes, made the fight scenes some of the most best seen in film history. Such scenes that stick out to mind have to be the scene where Neo and Trinity attack the lobby of the building where Morpheus has been held, and also the fight scene between Neo and Agent Smith in the subway. The visual effects in this film were absolutely mind-blowing, from the evil-looking robot sentinels that attack the team, and of course the terrifying pod farms where humans are grown by the machines. The work that went into these creations has to get serious credit. There are many other elements that are added to the success of The Matrix, but these are the main two that made The Matrix stand above all other films of its time. That's all from me this week. You stay cool.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what The Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.